Arsenal transfer news. Major Nico Williams update after £87.2 million market testing exercise. Arsenal have supposedly been handed a significant boost in their attempts to lure Nico Williams away from Athletic Bilbao this summer. The Gunners and Barcelona appeared primed to battle for the signature of the Spain international in 2025, and the La Liga giants were ostensibly on the verge of welcoming him to Camp Nou. However, following an alleged dispute over registration scenarios, Williams shocked the footballing landscape by signing a new 10-year deal at San Mamés until the end of the 2034-35 campaign. Williams's unprecedented contract renewal is no guarantee that he will spend his prime years with Athletic, though, as his terms are understood to contain a release clause set at €100 million, £87.2 million, an affordable fee for most top European teams. Now, just 1 year after signing his blockbuster new contract, intermediaries have informed Arsenal that Williams is ready to consider taking the next step in his career. Team Talk reports. The report adds that the Spain international is not desperate to force an exit from San Mamés this summer, but if an interested party presents an ideal project, they will give it plenty of consideration. Williams has not been at the peak of his powers this season, only registering 4 goals and 6 assists in 26 games in all competitions, contributing to Athletic lying in a disappointing 9th place in the La Liga table, 14 points off the top 4. The Basque outfit's troubled season is understood to be another factor in Williams's desire to move on, as he believes that Athletic cannot match his own level of ambition, unlike Champions League, chasing Arsenal and Barcelona. The Gunners and the Blaugrana are not the only 2 clubs to have been contacted over the attacker's stance, though. Chelsea, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, and Liverpool are also involved in this market testing exercise. However, Mikel Arteta's team have been named as ones to watch in the heated battle for Williams, who has registered a total of 35 goals and 36 assists in 193 matches for Athletic across all competitions at senior level. As Ebereki Eze has not turned out to be the explosive left-winger Arsenal are after, it is no surprise that Arteta and Andrea Berta are keeping an eye on possible opportunities in that area of the field. Gabriel Martinelli has excelled in cup tournaments this season, but has struggled for consistency in the league, while Leandro Trossard is in his 30s and could leave as a free agent at the end of the 2026-27 campaign. Some Gooners may have gripes with Arsenal paying £87.2 million for a winger who has only scored 4 goals and provided 6 assists this season, but the underlying stats tell a slightly different story on the playmaking front. Williams ranks in the top 6% of wingers in Europe's Big 5 leagues for expected assists, suggesting he would have more to his name if his teammates were more clinical. And he sits in the top 5% for successful dribbles, touches in the opposition box, and possession won in the final third. The 23-year-old still has his best seasons ahead of him too, but as his numbers in 2024-25 were not spectacular either, maybe £50 million to £60 million would be a fairer price. Arsenal have pursued a move for Nico Williams for an extended period, yet they now risk missing out on his signature, with Liverpool intensifying their interest in the winger. The Gunners have closely monitored his development and long regarded him as a player capable of strengthening their attacking options. Liverpool's renewed focus on wide players comes as they prepare for life after Mohamed Salah. His expected departure has prompted the Reds to identify replacements capable of bringing pace, creativity, and goal threat to their forward line. Williams fits that profile and has emerged as a leading candidate. Competition for Nico Williams intensifies. Arsenal remain active in the market for players in similar positions, particularly as they anticipate offloading Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli at the end of the season. Replacing both individuals would require significant investment, and Williams has consistently been viewed as an attractive option due to his performances and potential, although there were indications that Arsenal had cooled their interest in recent months. The situation may be changing. According to Fuchages, Liverpool is prepared to offer €80 million for the Spaniard, a figure that demonstrates their determination to secure his services ahead of their rivals. Liverpool's financial strength, a key factor. Liverpool has shown a willingness to invest heavily in top players during recent transfer windows, and there is little suggestion that this approach will change. Their financial commitment could place them in a strong position to complete a deal for Williams if they maintain their current level of interest. Despite signing a long-term contract with Athey, Arsenal ramp up quest to sign brilliant winger with £78 million clause as Berta looks to push Martinelli out. Nico Williams remains firmly on the radar of Arsenal, with Team Talk able to reveal that the club are closely monitoring his return from injury ahead of a potential summer move as they prepare for a potential high-profile exit. The Athletic Bilbao winger has endured a difficult campaign and only recently returned from a groin problem which sidelined him for months. His fitness issues have limited him to fewer than 20 starts so far this season. Despite that, the 23-year-old has contributed 4 goals and 2 assists as he works his way back to full sharpness. Williams' immediate focus is on building fitness ahead of the upcoming World Cup, where he is expected to play a key role for Spain, but speculation surrounding his club future continues to gather pace. Long-term admirers, Barcelona, remain interested, although sources indicate their current recruitment priorities lie elsewhere, including strengthening in central defense and adding a new striker. That has allowed Arsenal to maintain a strong position in the race. The Gunners have tracked Williams for a number of years and are keen to recruit a new left-sided forward as part of their summer plans. We understand sporting director Andrea Berta is a huge admirer of Williams and has already been heavily involved in attacking recruitment plans, including work on a potential move for Julian Alvarez, too. Want more breaking transfer lines from original sources? Add Team Talk as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for news you can trust. Arsenal target La Liga superstar as potential exit looms. Sources confirm Williams is highly regarded by multiple figures within the Arsenal hierarchy, as well as Berta. While Williams only signed a long-term deal with Athletic Bilbao last summer, which runs until 2035, one of the longest in world football, his situation remains one to watch. His contract includes a release clause, meaning a deal could be possible if a suitor is willing to meet the required terms. That clause is now understood to be worth €90 million, £78 million, $106 million. As Arsenal weigh up their attacking options, Williams remains a key name under consideration as they look to strengthen her ahead of next season. Williams made his debut for Athletic back in 2021 and has made 195 appearances to date for the club, notching an impressive 35 goals and 36 assists in the process. When fully fit, Williams is undoubtedly one of the best wingers in Europe on his day and has the potential to be a statement addition for Arsenal. As my colleague, Fraser Fletcher, recently reported, there is uncertainty surrounding the future of Gabriel Martinelli at the Emirates. Arsenal value him in the region of £50 million or more, but sources close to the situation indicate the club will listen to serious offers rather than block a potential exit. Williams could therefore be brought in as a replacement for Martinelli, though more sides are likely to join Arsenal in the race for his signature. Get the inside story first by joining our Team Talk Facebook channel to receive the latest breaking and exclusive news straight into your messenger inbox. Nico Williams, to Arsenal transfer update, emerges as contact made for £87 million, signing Athletic Club and Spain attacker. Nico Williams is expected to be the subject of another intense transfer saga, following revelations about his stance on his future. Arsenal have been offered encouragement in their hopes of signing Athletic Club star Nico Williams in the summer. The Gunners were one of the teams reportedly showing serious interest in the Spain international nearly 12 months ago. Mikel Arteta is a known admirer of Williams after his impressive displays in La Liga. After helping Spain win the European Championships in 2024, the attacker had a fine 2024-25 season, helping Athletic qualify for the Champions League. However, after Arsenal and Barcelona both flirted with the idea of activating his £50 million release clause, Williams shut down any speculation of a move by signing a new contract at the San Mamés Stadium in July. Athletic announced an agreement with their most prized asset that included a new release clause, now more than 50% more than it was previously. The 23-year-old season has been disrupted with injuries this term, and Athletic's position to sell him could weaken in the summer if they fail to qualify for Europe. Now, Team Talk has reported that intermediaries have informed Arsenal that Williams is ready to consider a summer move. The report states that the Gunners are one of a handful of elite clubs that have been briefed on his availability. Ensure our latest sport headlines always appear at the top of your Google search by making us a preferred source. Click here to activate or add us as preferred source in your Google search settings. Williams, despite signing a 10-year contract in Spain, is reportedly expected to cost around £87 million, €1,